What's going on, guys? Welcome to this video. This will be a quick update guide video, alright, for patch 13.13 Volibear in the jungle, everybody. He got changed, so I'm gonna come up with this video where I will be talking about runes, items, skill order, and clearing path. Okay, everything will be in this video. And before I hop in this video, everybody, make sure to follow me on my Twitch, everybody. That's right, I stream over there, not on a regular basis though, but hey, here and there, whenever I have time left, man, I stream over there. So if you want to join me over there, man, follow the stream. Also follow me on Instagram, everybody. Follow me on TikTok, and of course subscribe to this channel, which motivates me. And if you want to be a next level supporter, okay, you can become a channel member. Helps me a lot out, guys. We have currently only 6 channel members, so if you want to become one of these and be a next level supporter, you can feel free and join the channel and become a channel member. Thank you in advance, everybody. With that being said, let's just hop right into that video and start with the runes. So the runes you want to pick up on Volibear and patch 13.13 is this rune page over here. And as you can see, keystone will be press the attack. Press the attack is so easy to proc with Volibear. You just Q on the laner. You just Q on the lane and hit the enemy, which will be the first one, which will be the first attack. Then you W, okay, second attack, and then you slap him once. And there you go, you just proc press the attack. Congratulations, okay. That means not only you will do more damage because of the proc, but your teammate, who's also hopefully on the lane and not AFK, you know what I'm saying, not DC, you know what I'm saying, man, who's hopefully also on the lane, will also do more damage. That's right, this is why press the attack is so good on Volibear, because you will do the damage and your teammate will be doing more damage because of the rune that you are wearing at this point, okay, that you just procced at this point. On the second one, I recommend you to go for Triumph because it restores 5% of your missing health on any takedowns. And it gives you gold, but we don't really care about the gold. We care more like about the restorations. That's right, the restore, the HP restorations. Okay, which means you will in the early skirmishes, you will get your health back after killing one guy. So let's just imagine you are having a 2v2 going on because you are ganking a lane and then you get counter ganked by the enemy jungler. 2v2 going on, you kill someone of them, you get 5% of your missing health back, which means you can fight the other guy together with your teammate and kill him. And then I like to go for Legend Tenacity no matter what, okay, because the boots that I pick on Volibear are the Ionian boots, so you will have no tenacity because of mercs. Okay, we don't build mercs, we build Ionian boots because you get summoner spell haste and you get ability haste, which is really good on Volibear. And this is why Legend Tenacity is a must in my opinion. And then we go for Coup de Grace because you deal more damage to low health enemy champions, and this makes sense because once you gank someone and you drop all the damage that you have on the enemy laner, you will get him low, and once he's low you do even more damage because of this rune. Okay, so the lower the enemy is, the more damage you do with this rune, so it makes sense, so go for it. On the second tree you can see we got some sorcery action going on. We have Celerity. I think this is a must because you get 7% more, your movement speed is 7% more effective, and you gain 1% of movement speed overall, so you are just faster, okay. And after that Q nerf that we received last season, I think Celerity is a must on Volibear, especially in the jungle. And then we have water walking going on. You get more movement speed in the river, which is also good and helps a lot with ganking all the laners. And then I like to go on the little ones for attack speed, guys, because we don't have Legend Alacrity on this one because we are wearing Legend Tenacity over here. So we cannot go for Legend Alacrity, which means we cannot go for attack speed. This is why we go for attack speed on the little ones, okay? Helps with the clearing and helps out with stacking up your passive, which means you can clear again faster the camps. On the next one, I like to go for actually Adaptive Force. I don't know why you had armor over here. And then I like to go for on the last one, I like to go for health It will give you 15 HP in the early and 140 HP in the late, which means you will do more damage with your W, and you will have a little bit more sustain, and you will have 140 health, which means you get a ruby crystal for free, and anything that we get for free, we of course take it. Alright, now we're gonna talk about the items, everybody, and as you can see, I like to go for the green jungler item, a Moss Stompa Seedling, because it will give you a shield, and it will give you tenacity, 20% tenacity. And together with the boots that you can see over here, the Ionian boots that I have just spoken about a few minutes earlier, you will have no tenacity over here. So this is why I think it's a must. Tenacity over here 20%, and together with the Ruined Legend tenacity, which will also give you 20% tenacity, you will get to like 44%, I think, estimated 44%. I'm not really sure how much it is, but I think it's like 44, I think, or 40%, I'm not sure. Okay, but you will have a good amount of tenacity because of these two items, which allows you to go for Ionian boots instead of mercs, and which is really good. So you go for a health potion and a stealth ward, and after your first back, okay, after your first back, you want to go for the oracle lens. The boots, of course, as I said, Ionian boots, again, 20 ability haste, and you get 12 summoner spell haste, which means you get to smite more often than the enemy jungler, and flash more often than anyone else in the game. Your mythic item should be Iceborne, and what I like to do then is to go for Deadman's Plate, alright, to get some movement speed. This is what I like to do. Iceborne will give you the Sheen proc, you will do more damage. Okay, you have Sheen in there, but it will also create a field of ice, which means it will slow the enemy. So once you hit them, you will slow them, and it's very hard to then escape Volibear. You have to have flash up to escape, basically. Okay, it's really good to catch people and to keep them on the place, so your team just can't catch up and do the damage on this enemy that you just picked up. That means because of the movement speed, as I said, guys. And then the next item I would go for Spirit Visage, because it increases your healing of your W, and it increases the shield of your E, and overall it gives you ability H, which we need, and magic resist, because we have armor over here, so we probably will need some magic resistance. Okay, then I like to go for Thornmail, actually. If I don't need Spirit Visage because there are no AP in the enemy team, I like to go for Thornmail instead. Okay, then I skip Spirit Visage and I go for Frozen Heart if I see there are only physical damage in the enemy team. Okay, this is what I like to do. But this is basically the core item build on Volibear. Okay, these three items. And if I see a lot of physical damage, I like to go for, of course, Thornmail is also like the fourth item you want to go for. Okay, you can just put it over here. If it's like a mixed damage game, this is like the item build you want to go for. And then you can like either go for this item, it's situational. Again, if it's mixed, yeah, you get 60 armor, you get 60 magic resistance. You can go for this item. Or as I said, if you see a lot of physical damage, you can go for this item as well. Okay, Ice, Frozen Heart. That's what I like to do, guys. So this is like kind of your core items. As I said, if it's mixed damage, okay, physical and AP, then this is your core item. If it's only physical, okay, if you see only full AD team, then this is your item build. All right, this is your item build. You can throw this in there. All right, but if you see a lot of AP in there, then you do this. Boom and boom. Then this is like your item build. Okay, this is what you want to do if this is the case, if you see a lot of AP. Of course, if you see a lot of AP, you put like that means it's not really needed. You get the movement speed from Force of Nature. All right, you get the movement speed from Force of Nature. You can do this then. This is like the item build that I would go for if you see four AP damage dealers. I still go for Deadmans. You don't have to necessarily. You can like just skip Deadmans and go for Thornmail. Because you get movement speed over here, so you don't have to. Thornmail is also a good item, so it will decrease the healing of the enemies. So I can also see myself wearing this. All right. So if you see, this is like if you see a lot of AP in the enemy team, okay, then this is your item build to go. All right. But as I said, if it's mixed, then this is your item build to go. This is your item build to go, guys. All right, let's talk about the skill order, guys. On Volibear, you wanna skill, of course, your Q. This is the first ability you wanna skill. But this is what I do. This is what I like to do. I put only 2 points into Q early, and then I put like 3 points into W, guys. Why do I do this? The reason is very easy. I like to do this because of the early skirmishes. I want to have W on a low cooldown and more damage and more healing because of the early skirmishes in the jungle around the Drake. Because I like to do the Drake very early, and sometimes it just happens the enemy jungler shows up, and then I want to have my W on some strong stats. Okay, I want to have it on strong stats. So this is what I like. This is why I like to like put only 2 points into Q, and then I max out W. And once I have W maxed out, I max out Q. All right, this is what I like to do on Volibear. And the reason, as I said, is because of W being strong in the early skirmishes. So if I max out Q, I will have W on very low stats, and it will basically do nothing in the early. You have to wait for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds the cooldown. So it's not gonna do a lot in the early skirmishes. So this is why I like to max it out, to have it on a low cooldown and doing more damage and more healing. And no one will beat you in the early skirmishes because of the W. Okay, this is why I like to do this, guys. Of course, you put a point into your 6 and your ult whenever you can. Okay, of course you put a point whenever you can on ult. And the last ability you want to max out is, of course, your E. Alright, guys, let's talk about the clearing path that you can do on Volibear. If I know where the jungler starts, and let's say he starts over here, then this is what I like to do. I like to start over here, the red buff, being my first camp that I clear, and then I head over to the wolf camp, and then I head over to the blue camp, and then I invade on the red buff. That's right, I invade on the red buff, and this is how I do it. So this is why I like to have the ward. This is where the ward comes in handy, okay? I go over here, drop the ward. If I see the enemy already over here, I just full engage on him. Right? Of course, I'll wait until he drops low. Alright, so if I see him, I just wait until he drops low. But if he face checks me, of course I go all in. But let's say I get over here and there is no enemy jungler, and he's like, I don't know, busy clearing this camp over here and still clearing this camp over here. I don't take the red buff, I just leave the ward over here and place myself in this area, and then I wait until he comes. Once he gets here, okay, I'll wait until he starts with the red buff and he drops low, and he drops like half of his HP. And then what I like to do is, before I get there, it takes like 2 seconds, I think, before, yeah, 2 seconds before my E spawns. So I place it already over here and walk into that, so I can get both, okay? I can hit him, slow him, and get the shield, and hit the red buff at the same time, smite it away, Q the enemy jungler, and at the same time Wing, marking him, and kill him. Okay. After I have killed the enemy jungler, what I like to do then is to clear this camp over here. And after I have cleared this camp, I like to look for a gank over here. If it's possible to gank the enemy top laner, I do it. If not, I go for the scuttle. Okay. I go for the scuttle over here. Once I have cleared the scuttle,
raise your idols.
what I like to do then is to look for a gank on the mid lane. If it's possible, I take this way over here to get behind the enemy laner and do as much as I can. If it's not gankable because your mid laner just pushed it in like a retard, you know, because most of the teammates that you get are like this. Okay, they play like this. I don't know why, but hey, it happens. Then I just go over here through the river over the mid lane till I get over here, okay, and do the scuttle again. Most of the times you will meet the enemy jungler again here, and you can kill him another time. That's right. If you don't meet him, you just take the scuttle. Once you took the scuttle, look for a gank on bot lane. If it's not gankable because you have some idiots on your team pushing it in 24/7, hey, it is what it is. You just continue over here with the little camps that you just left. Boom, clear it until here. Take your back pot, take your items, and from then you play for your Drake. Alright, you play for the Drake. This is what you want to do. Playing for Drake means you look for a gank again on bot lane or mid lane. You try to get him some free time, which means forcing back the enemy laners and the enemy mid laners so your laners can actually move and help you out with the Drake. This is what I mean when I say forcing Drake. Alright, it doesn't mean just randomly go into that and start the Drake. It means like this, what I just explained everybody. This is like the more advanced path that I like to do, but there's also another path that you can do, which is like 3 camp clear into bot lane or 3 camp clear into invade. Alright, so I like to do this when I see my bot lane having a lot of CC. If I see a Leona, for example, on my team, on my bot lane, I'll tell him I will gank you at level 3, don't push. And this is what I like to do then. I like to start over here. Alright. I like to start over here. I'm just gonna show you what I mean. And this is how I like to do it, okay? So what I do then is slap this once, so I keep up my passive. Slap it another time, and then I go for this. And I still have my passive up, as you can see, guys. Now I forgot to buy the jungle item, so that's why I'm dropping so low. But it doesn't really matter. You get the point, right? Alright, and then you do the red buff, and you still have your passive up, okay? You will do all the 3 camps with your passive being up. So after this, I cannot do it right now because I don't have my jungle item, as you can see. So this is why I'm almost dead. So this is the 3 camp clear, and then you can look for either for a gank on bot lane, as I told you, when you have like Leona or something like that in your team. Or you look for the enemy blue buff if you know where the enemy just started, okay? If you know where the enemy jungler just started. So if he started like over here, then you can go for it. If you started over here, obviously you cannot go for it, okay? So then if you force this move though, you want to have prior on your bot lane, okay? You don't want to do this if you don't have prior, because right now the enemies have the prior position here. You can see this, okay? So your bot lane cannot move because they have to form it up, but they can move because they have nothing to do. Okay, so they can just follow this. Once I get spotted by the enemy jungler, they can just follow this and can sandwich me. And as you can see at the moment, even the mid laner can also follow me up this way, and they come this way, and I'm dead. Alright, so you only want to do this if you have prior on your lanes, okay? This is when you wanna go for this aggressive playstyle. So this is the second one. There was a third one, which is just a full clear. Either way, depending on where you wanna start. If you wanna gank the bot lane first, you start on the top lane, getting the leash from your top lane, and starting at the blue buff, Gromp, Wolf, Chicken Camp, red buff, Crux, into Scuttle. This is the full clear that you can do into a gank, probably, if this is possible. If not, you just take a backboard, or you start over here at your red buff. Okay, at your red buff, getting the leash from your bot lane, do the red buff, then Croc, then Chicken, then Wolf, Blue, Gromp into top lane Scuttle, probably into a top lane gank. This is the full clear. If not, you just pull it back, grab your items, and then play for Drake. This is what you want to do, okay? This is like the third one, the third path I can recommend you guys. So guys, with that being said, we are actually at the end of this video. If you still have some questions left, no problem. Put these questions into the comments, guys. I will try to answer them. And don't forget to follow me on all my socials. And with that being said, guys, drop a like. Peace.